For more on this, now we can speak with Jidong Huang in Atlanta. He's an associate professor at Georgia State University's School of Public Health. China has a slogan to go along with this day. It's a healthy China, is a tobacco-free China. But it's more than a slogan. It's an awareness campaign with some public education efforts. Just how important is that?
Yes, China has 300 million smokers, and it's the largest producer and consumer of tobacco product in the world. So it is very important to educate the smokers and the non-smokers alike in China the dangers of tobacco use. While a vast majority of the smokers know that smoking causes cancer, but there are other host of major disease that are caused by smoking as well, including cardiovascular disease and respiratory diseases. So it is extremely important to increase the knowledge among smokers and non-smokers and educate the public about the dangers of smoking.
Yeah, to your point, there was a statistic that caught me by surprise. More than 6 out of 10 people in China unaware that smoking can trigger a heart attack. The World Health Organization also found that less than a third of adults are aware of the dangers from secondhand smoke. So it's a real challenge. How do you come up with an effective public education campaign? Because China is a big, big country.
Exactly. So the well-designed and well-executed anti-smoking media campaigns can change people's perception and increase people's knowledge and change people's behavior. For example, in the United States, the tips from former smokers, a very successful anti-smoking media campaign conducted by the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, prompt tens of thousands of smokers in the U.S. to call the quit line and eventually lead to quitting among thousands of smokers. In addition to that, the real cost campaign, anti-smoking campaign that targeted at youth and young adults conducted by the Federal Food and Drug Administration was also very successful in preventing youth from initiating tobacco use. So we have good examples from the US and from other countries to show that well-designed, creative, and well-executed and localized and anti-smoking media campaigns can change people's perception and can increase knowledge and can lead to behavioral change down the road.
It's interesting. The World Health Organization estimates about 1 in every 3 cigarettes are smoked in China. That's around the world. You mentioned 300 million smokers in China. There were also concerns about the growth of the e-cigarette market. Chinese chemists actually in 2003 developed the first e-cigarette. It's become a huge market there in China, as that story just pointed out. So how do you effectively regulate e-cigarettes?
Well, at this stage, use of the e-cigarettes is still relatively rare in China. According to the study done by our own research group and other research group, what we find is that the rate of e-cigarette use is approximately 1% among adults. However, the market for e-cigarettes is increasing significantly in recent years. And regulating electronic cigarettes is very complicated and very challenging. The reason is because nicotine delivery systems, or what we call e-cigarettes, encompasses a wide range of products, and those products evolve rapidly. Just within the past decades, we have 2 or 3 different generations of electronic cigarettes appeared in the market. And those newer generations of e-cigarettes are cheaper, they're more sophisticated and easy to use, and they can deliver nicotine more efficiently and faster than the older generations of electronic cigarettes. In addition to that, the scientific evidence surrounding the electronic cigarettes is also evolving rapidly, and sometimes we have mixed results from different studies. Some studies show the using e-cigarettes may not help adult smokers to quit, but other studies find the opposite effect. So because of the rapidly changing product landscape and also because of the changing scientific evidence, it is very difficult to regulate electronic cigarettes.
Yeah.
So we need a balanced, thoughtful, and well deliberated approach to regulate electronic cigarettes.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much, Professor. Really appreciate your time.